Hello my little love bugs, welcome back to my channel. Today we're eating sushi. Yummy, yummy, yummy sushi. So we have here two special rolls. This one has, I don't remember guys, so bear with me here. This one has spicy crab, avocado, and it is deep fried with two sauces on it. Take a look at this beauty. Ew, why is it so bright? And then this one is shrimp tempura, avocado, spicy crab on top with some crunchy flakes. Then we have some Japanese spring rolls, and we have just a regular schmegular avocado and cucumber roll because I love them. You know, they bring a little refreshness. Refreshness? Is that a word? Freshness. So we're gonna take that off now. That was for presentation. Oh, and we have the sauces here. Spicy mayo, of course. The sauce for the spring rolls, and your regular schmegular soy sauce. Oh, and of course, drinking some H2O. You guys are going to see me eat with chopsticks for the first time. Now, don't make fun of me. My chopstick skills are not on point. So, don't mind me. But let's get it in because your girl is starving. I do have a crazy story time for you guys today. But we gonna eat a little bit first because I haven't ate. Well, I ate breakfast at like 8 o'clock this morning, and it is now 6:30 p.m. So I am starving. So let's start off with the regular fresh roll. We put in some soy sauce. We put it in some spicy mayo. Look at that. Yeah. So good. I don't eat the wasabi or the ginger ever that comes with it. I don't know why, I just never liked it. But to each their own. Let's try one of these. I'm so hungry, guys. Let's try it just with soy sauce first. That one is so good. Oh, let me show you guys. Look at the inside. Like, oh, it has some cream cheese too. It's so good. So how's everyone's day? My day was crazy. My week was crazy. Just bonkers. Bonkers. Let's try one of these spring rolls. So good. I think they're just vegetable. So good. If you're new to my channel, welcome, my little love bug. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Comment down below if you like sushi. I actually used to hate sushi when I was younger. There was no convincing me of eating it. I think it was because I had it at this. Oh, let me show you guys this one. This one's super good too. I think it was because I ate it at like a sketchy ass place. That nobody should have been eating from. And it was just so bad. I remember tasting it and I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I know it was raw fish, but I think it was rotten fish. I don't know, but it was so bad. And then after that, that left me traumatized because I ended up getting sick. And I was traumatized. And you know, all it takes is a little bad piece of fish and, ooh, chow, you throw up so much. So I was traumatized. My ass. Anytime someone brought up sushi, I was like, hell no, not me. And then one of my close friends was like, no, trust me. You never had it unless you had it at a really good place. And then we went to this banging ass place, and ever since then, I've been obsessed. Sushi is just one of those things that's very delicate. And you have to do your research. You can't just eat it from anywhere. Because, woo, if you get sick, it's a wrap. Alright, now that I have a little energy in me, do you know? No. Obviously you don't know because I haven't told you. You guys are not going to believe me. I was caught in the middle of a speed chase. Okay? I kid you not. Yesterday, today is Friday. But when you guys probably see this, it'll probably be Sunday. But Thursday, when I was on my way home from work, I was on the George W. I was driving, listening to music, singing. Right before you approach the tolls on the GW going into the city, it always clogs up in that area, if you don't know. So, I'm approaching the tolls. Obviously, the spring rolls are so good. Obviously, everything is slowing down. So, I get behind this car, and this car in front of me starts trying to reverse. Now, there was nowhere to go at that time because the lane that we were in, we were on the upper level. So that's for trucks and for cars. So it just so happened to be a truck on our left side, and on the right side was a truck and then a car in front. So he was in between the truck and the car, and I was just, the truck was all next to me. So he starts trying to reverse, like to go behind the truck to go around him. Now this guy looks like he's gonna back into my car. Like, homeboy is just trying to reverse and get around. So I just think it's a typical, I'm sorry, New York drivers, they're stupid as hell. So I just thought he was a dumb driver. So I start honking. All of a sudden, I hear like sirens. There's cops approaching. Now, I didn't think anything of it because right when you pass the tolls on the George W., there's like Port Authority there. So I thought the cops had their sirens on because they wanted to get past the traffic and they wanted to go into their station or whatever. All of a sudden, this unmarked car comes behind me with his sirens on. So I'm like, okay, obviously he wants to get around me, but there's nowhere for me to go because, like I said, there was a truck on my left side and a truck on my right side. So I couldn't go anywhere. I was stuck. So I do very bad in situations like this, and I admit it. I start to panic because it's like I get they have important, like they have to get to something, but there's nothing I could do. So I'm like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. The guy in front of me is still trying to reverse. So I'm trying to make sure he doesn't hit my car and make sure the cop car behind me could get through. Then a marked car, a police car, comes from around the truck that's on my right side and pulls in front of the guy in front of me, and he's basically vertical now at this point, and gets out of the car. At that moment, it registered in my head that they were after the guy in front of me, the one that was trying to reverse. So now I'm literally boxed in with this guy. It's the cop car who was vertical, the guy thereafter, my car, and then the unmarked car behind me. I'm boxed in with this guy. I start freaking out, and I'm like, holy shit, they're after this guy. The cop in the one that was vertical gets out of his car, pulls out his gun, okay, and points it at the guy that he was after. And he's like, get out of the car, get out of the vehicle. Now, I start panicking even more because, one, the gun was pointing at him and at me at the same time. I'm right behind the freaking guy. So I'm like, if he shoots, my car is getting shot at too. And I was frozen. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. I've never been in that situation. I never had a gun pointed towards my direction. Nothing. So, I didn't know. So, I'm still trying to figure out at the same time. I'm still trying to figure out how I could move. Because the car behind me, the police behind me, kept like putting their sirens even louder and honking at me to move. But I couldn't do anything. So finally, the car in front of me sees, at this point, all the cars that were ahead of us had already moved, obviously. So there was like a little passageway or whatever. And the guy that they were after went, like, he sped. So when he sped off, the cop that had the gun pointed at him, his car's not there no more. So that gun was just pointing straight at me. And I just was like, Christina, you better freaking freeze your ass like you never played freeze tag before in your life. Because who knows what they think. Like, so I just like froze. Finally, the truck next to me moved. So I was able to move kind of to the side. If I would have moved before and the truck didn't see me, my car would have been under the truck. So, finally, I was able to move over a little bit so the cop could go. And you see, this is what I mean. My chopsticks are acting up. So, the cop finally passed. There's like 20 more cars, cop cars that come. I'm talking about cops with the dogs, like a special unit came, just past. So I drive up to the tolls, and everything's at a standstill now because obviously, I don't know where that guy thought he was going to get away. There was no getting away. After the tolls, like I said, the Port Authority was there, so I'm sure they had called it in. They already had blocked it off because everything was at a standstill. So I really don't know where homeboy was trying to go, but he was determined. And they ended up getting him. Now, mind you, I am hysterical at this point. I'm crying because I was just shaken up. You don't know how you're going to react in a situation like that. And apparently I failed. I was shaken up. I was like, I was just thinking so many things. I don't even know. On top of it, I had a bad day as I was at work. So for that to happen, I just feel like I said, my chopsticks are acting up. I just feel like it was the cherry on top, and I just lost it. There was no consoling me. And to top it off, I have the Citizen app. I don't know if you guys have it. It basically lets you know stuff that's going around in your area. So it lets you know anything having to do with the cops. It lets you know about. So I look at my Citizen app, and obviously what happened was on the Citizen app. Come to find out, it was just, I shouldn't say just, it was for a stolen car. The guy had stolen the car. But I was like, holy crap, all of this for a stolen car? I really thought the guy murdered somebody. I thought he was holding a hostage. The way he was trying to escape was crazy. I literally thought for a second that he was going to get out of the car and he was going to hold me as a hostage. Because the way we were boxed in was bad. Excuse me. But, I never had something like that happen to me before. It was so bad. So bad. So that was my story. Oh no. And to top it off, I called my friend and I'm trying to explain it to him, and he starts freaking out. Obviously, I called him crying, and I felt so bad, but I felt like I just needed to vent. And I'm like, I'm not even making sense. I'm like, the police and a chase, and I was saying like words here and there, and he was like trying to process everything, and he was like, calm down. And he's like, are you physically okay? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, okay, breathe. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. He was like, he was panicking. But I just didn't know. And then I told my sister. And my sister's like, shut up. I'm like, I'm like, I wish I was lying. She's like, oh my god, that was like a real episode of Cops. I'm like, literally. It was like a real life episode of Cops. It was serious. But let me know down in the comments below if something like that ever happened to you guys. I'm so interested to find out. Because I feel like it's too crazy to happen. But apparently not. I can't get over how good these spring rolls were. And they didn't have no meat or anything. It was just straight veggies. It's so good. So, what else is new, guys? Oh, I don't know how to drink water. The water just spilled. I'm getting full. I hate when these parts of when they put shrimp tempura in a roll, the parts that have the tail, I hate that. Because it's like, how are you realistically supposed to eat it? Excusez-moi. Ooh. Has that ever happened to you guys before? I literally was eating and I burped at the same time. Sushi. This sushi was really good. Really good. I almost ate everything. I just have 2 pieces of that left. 2 pieces of the avocado cucumber, and 1 of this spicy crab, shrimp tempura, avocado roll. I love ice water. Alright, my little love bugs. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. To join the fam bam. And until next time, remember, let's spread positive vibes, good laughs, and yummy eats. Peace.